Once you have completed your chain of 30 stitches, it's time to learn the single crochet stitch. Each single crochet stitch will be worked into the top loop of each of your chain stitches, but like a gymnast flying off the vault, we need to know where to stick it. Your chain should look similar to this. If you look closely, you will see that it has distinctly different sides. The back side looks more like a chain. Imagine that. The front side will resemble a braid. This is the side you'll need to hold facing you, or face up, to work in the single crochet stitch, and most importantly to be able to see where to stick it. Now the hand holding the yarn with tension will also become the new holder of the tail, or now known as the chain. That leaves only the hook in your other hand. While the one hand holds everything else, use your hook hand to slip the hook under the top loop of the first section from the hook. I'll switch to green yarn and a larger hook that will make it easier for you to see where we're going to stick it. Remember, slide your hook under the top loop only. Don't forget your gentle pinch in order to hold the yarn. And now you will yarn over and pull through only the first of the 2 loops currently on your crochet hook. And that will leave you with 2 loops on your hook. Gentle pinch again. Now you'll yarn over, and this time you'll pull the yarn through both loops on your hook. This will leave you with only 1 loop, and you have completed your first single crochet stitch. Make sure it's loose enough for your hook to be able to slide back and forth. Now you're going to find the top loop of your second chain stitch in the chain. Slide the hook under the top loop only. Bring everything down a bit, and then you're going to use your gentle pinch to pull everything kind of around under the shaft of the hook. With 2 loops exposed, yarn over. Bring that yarn through only the first loop, all the way through, leaving you with 2 loops on your hook. Not the hook part, but that's just what they call the shaft. Now you're going to yarn over and bring that yarn through both hooks. Through both loops, all the way, leaving you with only 1 loop on your hook. Keep watching, because we'll just continue with the single crochet into your foundation chain. And this is the 3rd chain stitch, now that we're starting our 3rd single crochet stitch into. Again, you'll yarn over, pull it through only the first loop, and then in the next step, watch after the yarn over again and pulling through both loops on the hook. This hook gets caught in part of the thread in the second loop. Now also, if your loops are too tight, you may need to loosen up a bit. But see how it's caught on this yarn on the second loop? All you need to do is duck your hook, holding the yarn you're pulling through back under that caught thread, and you're good to go. You don't have to pull any stitches out or anything. Easily fixed. Now notice also on the top of what you've been creating is another braid shape taking form, or a braid form taking shape, just like the resemblance of a braid in your chain stitch. That's what the top of your single crochet stitching row will look like. and you just continue on till you reach the end of your chain. And we'll talk more about what to do next once you get to the end. Keep watching, keep practicing. If you find that your stitches are either too tight or too loose, then don't be afraid to adjust the tension of the yarn as it's looped around your fingers. This will help make the loops all the right size so that they're neither too tight or small to get the hook through, nor too loose to where they seem sloppy or irregular.